Hello, shooting this video myself just for those interested possibly in purchasing an Emotiva product. I just wanted to give some advice on some things. Now I'm only in this for audiophile stereo on a budget, which is why I chose Emotiva, which I think they are a fantastic brand for anyone to choose if they are looking at a 2 or a 5 channel integrated amplifier. I would highly recommend the XPA Gen 3, XPA Generation 3. I absolutely love mine, and I can only say it is really fantastic for $1,000. Where else are you gonna get something that can provide 300 watts continuously to each reference grade speaker? Consistently and do it in a very clean way. I really love the way that they do things. I have to say, when I was much shocked when I got it, the way the packaging comes in a beautiful sleeve. They give you a nice amplifier birth certificate, which I thought was a little bit goofy, but it's neat. It's signed in pen by the assembly maker and also by the final tester in pen, handwritten, not printed, and the person who packaged it with their customer service is excellent. Cannot complain about that. It is assembled in the United States. I like that. Not sure where some of the other components come from. I can't speak for that. The boxing when you get this amplifier is just really excellent. I think they could throw this 12 feet off a truck and not damage it, which I like. It's double boxed, as you can see. Very, very thick and durable. They put your cord in there. Now, up top, they give you this right here as an extra protection on the amplifier when you get it. So I had no fear of it being damaged when it was delivered to me because of the great job they did in packaging, which I got to give them credit for. And I haven't had to call them for any problems, so pretty easy to hook up to your preamp. Right now I'm using a Yamaha for a preamp. It's got pre-outs, so I'm using it for a preamp. I want to get a preamp, obviously, but I'm not changing my Oppo BDP 105, which I love my Oppo BDP 105. For $900, it's probably one of the best purchases I've made. I do recommend looking into Oppo. OPPO, I've been very impressed. I've owned other sound sources, and I love my Oppo. It's been great. Speaker is obviously the most important. I love my RF7 2s. Best bang for the buck at $1,500, $1,600 each speaker. I know that sounds crazy, but I will tell you, the RF7 2s and now the RF7 3s that are out for $1,700 each speaker, guys, you're getting a great speaker for the money. Not top of the line, but if you want something for music, I don't recommend this. Obviously, these speakers may be not so good for your surround sound guys that want for movies. I'm into music strictly, so these RF7 2s, you just can't beat them. But as far as the quality of the Emotiva, focusing back on that, as far as the quality of the integrated amplifier, I think it weighs in at around 60 pounds, maybe 55 pounds. It's not a small unit. Easy hookup. I went with the banana plugs on, of course, on all of my wiring, and did it nice and neat. And I just love this integrated amplifier. I think I could have spent more money for less. Although there is better out there if you choose. But if the XPA Gen 3, can't complain. Immediately, especially on these reference grade speakers. And I know what everyone's thinking. Well, I can go to Best Buy and just get myself a pair of Klipsch Tower speakers. You're getting the Synergy line. Do not be confused. Do not look at wattage on your speakers when looking for reference grade speakers. Look at your main primary spec you need to be looking at, which is dB ratio. What is the dB ratio per 1 watt input? And remember, Amplifiers do not push wattage to speakers. Speakers pull wattage from amplifiers. To underwatt something is more dangerous than to overwatt it. Keep that in mind. I've had these speakers now for about 4 years. I purchased them new, and I've always over amplified them. I'm careful about how loud I turn it up, although I could turn it up loud enough with this amplifier to have the police called on me, and I'm in a single family home. And that's without a sub, which is coming next. I'm probably gonna go with Power Sound Audio USA, which I'm really a friend of mine's gone with Power Sound Audio USA. Been really impressed with their sealed subwoofers, especially for music. If you want surround, you might want ported. I recommend with a subwoofer, which I'm getting next month, I recommend for about $1,000, $1,200 you can get a fantastic sealed downfiring subwoofer. Although what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put down a hard surface below it so it's not downfiring onto the carpet to absorb anything. 750 watt AV bash amp in the Power Sound Audio, which I'm getting next. And that's going to incorporate the 2.1 system and a better preamp when I can afford it, but that's about $700, $800. Not sure which I'm gonna go with. Marantz maybe, I'm not sure. But other than that, she'll be done. Anyone can get a really high wattage, loud sound system if they want, but to go loud and sound beautiful, that's gonna cost you some money, but it doesn't have to break the bank. As you notice, I'm only invested about a total of $5,000 so far with what I have. I got the Yamaha for only $150 on Craigslist that had pre-outs, did the job. The Oppo and then the preamp or the integrated amplifier. My biggest expense, and yours should be too, is looking for those great quality reference grade speakers. Do not confuse Klipsch. Fantastic product line with Klipsch. Although, if you are going to Best Buy, thinking for $400 each tower that you are going to get a high quality reference grade speaker, you are highly mistaken. You need to go online and look at their RF series of speakers. Some are lower end. You can still get good bang for the buck on some of their reference grade speakers. I highly recommend the RF7. The RF7 2s, which are kind of running out now. They're on the RF7 3 models, which I hear are fantastic for the money at $1,700 each tower. They're sold individually. Each tower, $1,700 each tower. Wow, what fantastic speakers. You will not be disappointed when they are hooked up to a 2-channel amp that can provide them with at least 300 watts of power each. That's all they need. That 600 watts does not sound like a lot. When the sensitivity ratio is very high, as it is on these reference grade speakers, I'll put them up against anything you can find with 5,000 watts, and it'll blow the roof off them. So don't look at wattage. Everyone does that. It's the sensitivity of the speakers that counts. And remember, they're pulling wattage from what you have. Wattage is not being pushed to them. They're pulling wattage from what you have. And never underwatt what you have. You are safer to provide more wattage for reference grade speakers than they can handle than you are to turn your system up with less wattage than the amplifier can pull from it. And everyone makes that mistake. Don't make that mistake if you're looking to just dabble a little bit in the audiophile realm. It's a bad idea. But getting back to the Emotiva, this is really beautiful. I love how they package this in this beautiful sleeve. I'm going to save that along with the packaging here, which is fantastic. I really don't think there's much of a way this could have gotten damaged on the way to my home. Gotta give them credit for that. I'm going to save the old amplifier birth certificate. That's kind of neat. they at least made it look like it was made to order for me. Seems it would be that way. It took them a little while to get it here. It wasn't terribly long. I ordered it. It was about 8 days, no, maybe 12 days later that I actually received the integrated amplifier. But it's a handsome unit, although rather large. I have a big TV. As you can see, the size of this amplifier is dwarfing the size of my Yamaha here. 7 years ago, that was the receiver to have. I'm lucky that it had pre-outs on it, although it's just crippling by right now with the pre-outs. I really need to get a good preamp. It's just not doing these speakers any just due, so to speak. But the XPA Gen 3, that's it. I'm happy. I think you guys will be too if you purchase one. For $1,000, where else are you gonna get a better 2-channel amplifier? Tube amplifiers, I love them. I love the old school tube amplifiers. They're great. Problem is I gotta spend about $20,000 in order for them to deliver the kind of wattage I want to my speakers. And I'm not into spending $20,000 until I hit the lottery. So go for your tube amplifiers if you want, and spend $20,000. I don't have that kind of money. Surprisingly enough, the sound that I'm getting off of the RF7 with the Emotiva 2-channel on a subpar preamp, which I've turned into a preamp, this Yamaha, and the Oppo BDP 105 is quite impressive. I'm actually shocked at how impressive the sound is. Once added a sealed subwoofer, not ported, made in the USA for about $1,000 from Power Sound Audio. I think that I am really gonna have something fairly special. In the audiophile world, they call me, oh, well, you bought kinda on the mid-range. Well, I'm not a millionaire. Unless you are, and good luck. Anyone can go loud. Go ahead and I can get you some 4-ohm impedance speakers for $300 each. Stick a heavy amp on them for $500. It'll be loud, but it's gonna sound like crap. If you want something loud and that sounds good, expect the buy-in total to be about $8,000 to $10,000. That's what you're looking at. You might be able to find some deals on eBay. I don't know. But that's the XPA Generation 3. Great amplifier for the money if you guys want one. Recommend it highly. Peace out and keep rocking on, baby.